Hear something now. Tell me you hear something now. Tell me. Tell me something. I know I'm hearing some noise now. Come on now. I know I'm hearing it. 1 2 1 2. You can hear me now? Audio test, mic check, mic check, mic check. Sorry, you guys. What's up, Sagara? You can hear me? Oh, good, man. I'm sorry. Actually, when I got home from the conference, I actually tore my lab down and did some rearranging. You guys can't tell now, but did some rearranging, and so um, I'm not very good at my chord management. After you add stuff and more chords and things got messy, so I decided to clean up. And so yeah, I'm getting back. So anyway, what's up, y'all? Happy Friday. Sorry if I sound crappy. I'm sick as hell. Yeah, one thing about traveling, man, when you go into airports and people are coughing without covering their mouth and stuff, and not washing their hands or whatever. Don't get me wrong. It's not like I don't like to travel, but man, like I want to know what it's like to fly private, because I don't want, I do a lot to try to not to get sick, and it's so irritating. But we're not, I digress. We're not gonna talk about that. It was a very, very, very dope weekend, to say the least. Clint said something today. I saw a post that they did when they're doing a recap video about the event, and Clint said that um, he said that this is the first event that he had been to where it felt like he was at home. Provided it was in Atlanta where he lives at. But I know what he's saying because I've been to a lot of these events and I've spoken at a few of them, and this is the first time that it felt like, I don't know. It was a weird thing. Like I felt totally comfortable when I went in the building. Excuse me, like he said, I felt at home. Definitely the biggest minority panel that I've ever had the chance to be a part of, and I think the only one that I've ever had a chance to be a part of, to be honest with you. And they came with the fire, man. There was, sync agents and producers and lawyers and AI specialists and everybody that you needed to talk to in order for you to level up, your sync game. They were there at this conference, and then the way they set it up was dope. Another thing that I noticed that was really different about this conference versus other conferences is that um, networking and question asking was highly encouraged, you know, and so they did it like, I think it was an hour. Everybody got like an hour, and they had each topic was like an hour, and in between each topic they did intermission, and those intermissions were cool because all of the speakers were you know kicking it with the guests, and they were getting their questions asked, and the whole vibe of the conference was to make sure that everybody that participated, that came to the conference, left with something, not only something but something that they needed in order to help them level up when they left there. And this was the major difference that I saw between this conference and a lot of conferences. You go to these conferences, man, and they're expensive as hell to go to, and you pretty much get the same type of information. You're not, I won't say allowed, but you don't have the opportunity to really go in and ask questions one-on-one with these people, these sync agents and these music supervisors and this and that. They usually just ask the questions to them on stage. They answer the questions, and that's it. But this was like the most inclusive conference that I've been to and been a part of, and I could see the eyes light up of the people that came. And check this out. Okay, so they sold this conference out. There had to be 75, 80 people in this conference, easy. And the vast majority of the people that came to the conference that paid the $400 or whatever it was to go to the conference, they flew out there too. There wasn't many people from Atlanta. Like, people came from all over. There was even somebody that flew over from London that was working with Clint and Josh on the conference, and they flew over from London from the conference. So this was definitely a monumental event. Um, I can't wait to go to the next one. Hopefully, I'll be able to speak again. I'm really going to try to level up this year, so they invite me back. But I'm just amazed at what they did. They only had 3 months of promotion, social media promotion. Now, provided they do both have large social media followings, but they used it right. Like, they know how to use their social media following to, to the best of their abilities. And they got that conference filled up, man. So for everybody that didn't get to go, you missed a good one. Um, you missed the best one. This was the best conference I ever been to. I can't wait to see what it turns into, because this was their first one. So the first one to turn out this good is kind of amazing to me. Um, I was kind of thrown for a loop. It's funny because before I went, I actually had prepared a whole bunch of stuff that I was gonna say, because I thought I was gonna just get to run my mouth like I do on here. And I got to answer a couple questions, which was cool. But after I got off stage, I got approached by a lot of people. And, like I said, it was very inclusive. So I got to answer a lot of questions, got a lot of key contacts with people, forged a bunch of new alliances. I'm getting briefs sent to me now. Met some really, really dope musicians. And for me personally, to be honest with you, it allowed me to see where Smash Coast stands in the space amongst our peers. And you kind of don't get to see that kind of thing. You don't see, because it was weird. It was surreal seeing all of these people, Excalibur Zero, um, uh, uh, all of these people in person that you only see online. And I don't know, it made me feel good. It let me know that over the years, Smash Coast, we've been doing our thing. We have a lot of respect in the industry, which is, I don't know, just, I don't know, it fills my heart up, man. You put your head down, you just go. You work, you go. You don't worry about that kind of stuff. You just try to do the best you can. Like I tell you guys, all of the stuff that I tell you guys as far as how to keep a client, work ethic, Mamba mentality, first in the gym, last out the gym, that kind of thing. And you just put your head down and go. You don't think about how people see you, even though it's important. It's important, how you're viewed in the space. And this was the first time I actually got to just sit and just see, like, okay, like, Smash Coast is doing good, man. And it's it's good to be around the like-minded always. But then it also let me know that where the holes in our game are, because let me tell you, these guys, man, Josh, XJ Will, and Clint, these dudes are the epitome of efficiency with their time, right? And that's what it boils down to. All of us got 24 hours in a day. We all have different lives, family stuff we got to do, jobs, this and that. But I see that a high level of success can be achieved if you're efficient with your time and you do what you need to do with your time, because there's only so much time in a day. Um, and you got to use some of that time, for your mental health, so you get away from this stuff for a minute, go spend time with your family and this and that. But when it's time to um put the foot on the gas and get this sync stuff going, being organized is where you win at. If you're just winging it, trying to figure it out type thing, it could happen. It's going to take you longer. But the more organized and prepared that you are, the the better things are going to be, the more efficient things are going to be, the faster things will probably happen. And I say probably because, we all know this is a marathon, not a sprint. So let me go to the comments real quick, so we can go to the wins. I'm excited. Let me drink my tea real quick. And for those of you that don't know, yes, I'm sick as hell right now. I'm sitting here, actually, I'm shaking a little bit. I got a fever. Um, so after live, I'm gonna get my butt back in bed. Um, but like I said in the conference, I could have called in today, but you ever notice that when you go to watch your favorite TV show, your favorite actor on that show is always there. Your actor don't call in. You know, that next episode is coming. It's written. It's so I say all that to say that you got to commit to it, right? And I figured, what better way to display that but than to bring my sick ass on here and go ahead and do this live. even though I feel like crap. Um, because the show must go on. That's what it takes, you know. I look forward to seeing you guys every week. You guys are like the wind beneath my wings in some ways. And and we rely on each other. So let me go to the comments. Let me say what's up to everybody real quick. Segura, what's up? What's up, brother? Spadazzo, what's up? Taquan Black, what's up? Ken Folk. Cherry, lady producer, what's up? KJ Rose 73. What's up, producer Whisper? Back again. Thank you so much, brother. Nice to see you. Robbie, what's up, man? Petro, what's up, man? Zello, what's up, man? Everybody coming, y'all making me feel good. What's up, everybody? What's up, everybody? So it's been a couple weeks, right? Couldn't do it last week because, of course, I was out of town. So I know you guys got some wins for me. Let's go ahead and spit those wins out real quick so we can celebrate, to get the celebration popping. Michael, my son is up in here. Y'all shout out to Michael Owens up in here. That's my actual firstborn son up in here. What's up, man? How you doing? Looking at your dad looking all crazy. So I'm looking in the comments for the wins right now, you guys. Everybody's saying hi to Mike. That's one thing I love about this community, man. You guys show much love, much love. Whisper Junior. Don't make me laugh. That's a good one. What's up, Whisperer Junior? Okay, so Robbie says possibly doing music for an indie movie. Excited to get in the door. Fire emojis, fire emojis, fire emojis to Robbie. That indie music game, man, that's a whole industry. So if you guys don't know, I don't know how many of you guys are actually like moving around in your prospective cities where you live at, you know, networking, shaking hands, kissing babies. But in every city, in every town, just about, there's indie filmmakers. There's somebody in your town trying to be that next, and they need music. Now, a lot of the time, these indie filmmakers don't have big budgets, but they do have budgets, so they can put some coin in your pocket for sure. But this is a thing where it's relationship building 101. You're not doing it just to chase the dollar. You're doing it to build an alliance with somebody that's creative, and hopefully it's going to be going somewhere someday. You know, I tell you guys every week that this is all, you know, it's relationship based, man. Like, as good as you guys are musically and the hustle and everything, at the end of the day, we're building relationships. So it doesn't always start with music supervisors. You can start with somebody that hasn't gotten there yet. And trust me, that's what happens, man. Like, you do an alliance with somebody along the way, and then that person levels up later and they come back and get you. um I've had many instances where music supervisors have moved on from the companies that they've been working at. They go to another one. They'll hit me up and be like, hey man, I'm over here such and such, you know, send me some music over here. But it's based on the relationships. um and the whole relationship game is based on your work ethic. So it's not like, you know, let's go get a cup of coffee or go play golf or whatever. It's like, nah, your relationship is based on what you guys are getting into as far as work. So if you're approaching an indie filmmaker, you know, don't worry about the fact that they might not have thousands of dollars to pay you up front. You get in there, you make that alliance, you make sure you give them the best version of you and the best music that you can give them, treat them, you know, just like they're paying you $1 million, and keep it moving. It's all about resume in this game. So shout out to Robbie again. Fire emojis. I'm not seeing no fire emojis in the comments for Robbie, y'all. Fire emojis, fire emojis, fire emojis for Robbie. Adam, let's go. Let's go. It's all about that networking, man. Petro says, hardware win. Uh-oh, here we go. Here we go. The gearheads. You say you're not a gearhead. You a damn lie. I'm a gearhead. There's no way we can't be. A hardware when he says he's got a BSS London Blue 326 interface for the big console in, and the website for the sounds is live. Also got a plugin in the works. Okay, so first of all, fire emojis, fire emojis, fire emojis, Petrol, because he's always hustling. So if you guys don't know, Petrol just launched a website for sounds and loops and drum loops and tidbits and tasty treats for us to work with. So hit him and he'll give you the link. And I think he should go ahead and throw your boy an affiliate link so I can go ahead and refer people to it and get them a little 10% discount or something, and encourage them to go and get these loop packs and stuff that you're doing. Little side hustle there, you know what I'm saying? But go check him out, and fire emojis for the hardware win. We got to talk later, man, because I'm thinking about doing an external, I'm doing a hardware vocal chain, right? So I got this mic. Y'all hold on, check this mic out I got. Hold up. Y'all check this mic out I got. If you guys aren't hip to warm audio yet, who's hip to warm audio? Give me a 1 in the comments. I can show you this beautiful piece of gear that I got. So first of all, you see this box? You see that? That's my warm audio. So Warm Audio is a company that is known for creating emulator products that emulate way more expensive, great audio pieces. And I got an emulation of an iconic Sony mic, the C800, which they discontinued a couple years ago. $10,000 mic. Everybody and their mama has recorded on it. And I had to go get one that I got the gold one. Look at this. Is this just not just some of the most beautiful that you've ever seen in a microphone? And let me tell you, the performance of this mug is, I just can't. First of all, the gold one, this is $1,300 for this. I got a discount on it. The dude at Guitar Center wanted me to buy it so bad. He used his own personal friends and family discount to give it to me because, you know, I wanted to get a couple $100 off of it. They had it marked wrong. They had the sign on this, and they had the sign was marked for the black version, and the gold version was like $200-300 more. And I wanted the gold version, but I wanted it for the other price. And when I went to go walk out the store, he was like, hey man, he asked one of his employees, he's like, hey man, are you using your friends and family discount? The dude was like, yeah. He's like, okay, I'll use mine. And he actually took another 25% off of his mic so I could walk out the store with it, which I'm glad he did, because when I got this mug home, okay, this is serious business. This microphone, it comes with its own separate power supply. So this is a tube microphone. This is an old school analog microphone. So this is a heat sink. There's a tube in here. These tubes, they use vintage tubes from the 70s that are unused to give you that warm, thick depth, you know, that you want when you're recording. So these tube microphones, I don't know if you guys are familiar with old school gear, analog gear, you got to let this mug warm up for like half an hour, 45 minutes before you even use it, right? But if you do that, Tay came over and we heated this mug up and we got on and just did some test runs real quick, and man, oh man, Jesus Christ, I had a $400 blue mic before this that was doing the job. But gear is everything, man. So now that I got this and it sounds like the way that it sounds, just go ahead. I didn't even run it through a vocal chain. I just ran it through the regular SSL, which I'm about to get another Apollo for it. But I didn't even run it through EQ. I just ran it raw, no vocal chain, right? I think just a test for Tay, I think we did CLA vocals, which, like, you know, you guys, if you're familiar with CLA vocals, that's, you know, don't talk crap, but that's what we use just to test it. But so now I'm thinking about getting an external vocal chain, just getting some rack mount stuff. So we need to talk about that. This goes to what XJ Will is always saying about sync. One thing that you want to do with your sync is sound expensive. You want your music to sound expensive, right? So a lot of that has to do with the type of gear that you're using, but a lot of it has to do also with how you're producing your music. which we'll go over that today. Um, in a little segment, I'm going to call ear candy. So before we go there, I'm going to go back to the comments and continue the wins here real quick. I'm sorry, you guys. I'm hanging in there. I'm going to hang in here till this damn fever kicks my butt. I got to get off of here. Okay, comments. Oh, so fire emojis for petrol. Taquan Black says a song me and Zoe did just got accepted into a library this morning. Also, my Netflix ad ran on ESPN the other day. So fire emojis to Taquan Black, man. I keep talking about this kid, this man, call him a kid, but one of the hardest working brothers in show business, this guy Taquan Black. And so congratulations, fire emojis to him and Zoe Duncan. He ain't even in here right now. We celebrating him. So let's give them both some fire emojis. And we are looking for one of the interns to shoot us the promo for the ESPN Netflix ad. And it's really dope. Like, Tay got a commercial, y'all. So fire emojis for the advertising placement. That's what's up. This is what we do. And I'm so happy, man. I'm so happy. Okay, so I'm scrolling. I'm scrolling. Okay, so Cherry says planning projects for the new year, trying a new schedule, creating in the early mornings now. Yeah, man, you figuring out that schedule where you can be the most productive. Huh? So fire emojis, because that's a win. Anything that you can do to make yourself be more efficient, to get more done in less time, that's a win. You know, it's all about working smart, not hard. And that's one of the biggest mistakes that we do is like we just go, not realizing the areas that we can improve and be more efficient so we don't have to kick our own ass sometimes. It's a mental struggle, you know. So fire emojis to Cherry, man. Every week you give me something, girl. Every week you give me something. And it's just, you know, I feel like a proud Papa Bear just seeing your growth, watching you get placements, seeing you learn the game, you know, and plus we in the same age group. So there's like a certain kinship there. Like, you know, us little older folks in the game, like a lot of these young ones try to count us out doing music or whatever. Plus you're a female in the game. So shout out to all of the women in the space. I just love it. Shout out to Cherry, lady producer, y'all. Let's give it to her. Fire emojis. We are celebrating. Trying out a new morning schedule. See, now this is what I like to see, man. I like seeing the fire emojis in here. Let me pop on this Instagram. I'm going to pop my Instagram on real quick just to try to bring some more people over here, see what's going on. Let me just do something real quick. Oh, sorry about that, y'all. Live. See if people go on here. See, look. We are live. We live. Okay, so still in the wins. I'm scrolling. Okay, so Garrett says the sounds Petrol sent are dope. Definitely checking them out. That's what's up. I'll get on the affiliate links. Yeah, man. He won't let me in the house. Shut up, man. Yeah, heat it up before you drop the heat, Petrol. Pair it with an Avalon mic pre. That's what I was thinking, an Avalon or a Manley, the LA610, and you'll be happy. Great first place to start with an external vocal chain. Yeah, I'm thinking about getting that Neumann, that mid-range Neumann mic too, just so you can just pop on and record quickly. You don't have to spend the half hour, 45 minutes heating the mic up. I'm scrolling. What's up, Walter? How you doing, man? Better late than never. So, Gypsy Man Pro, Urban Zone Radio, come join us on YouTube, Recon Rap. Oh, gee, I'm checking in while on the clock. Hope you all as well. Everybody's on YouTube right now, man. Recon Rap, thank you so much for popping on here, but we're on YouTube. Come over to the YouTube channel, the official JTRX. We're on the YouTube channel. Urban Zone Radio. What's up, lady? We're on the YouTube channel. Come on. The Producer Whisper at YouTube. We having a party over here. Chips and salsa and the whole nine. You know what I'm saying? Erica Dorsey, CI. Yeah, everybody head over to the YouTube channel. We're over on YouTube right now, partying. Fire emojis all in the comments, going crazy. We celebrating. Let's go. Let's go. Come on. All right, let me go back to the comments. Yeah, he got to try it. Happy Friday. What's up, man? Better late than never. Knowing your equipment too. Exactly. And that's that's a never ending, I don't want to say struggle, but like everybody has their own way of, the own stuff that they like, brands that they like and that kind of thing. So there's no rules. Like you get what you like, you know. Some people swear by Avalon amps, some people swear by Neumann mics, some people swear by FL Studio. Like all of that don't matter, man. What matters is your work ethic and what you turn out with what you got. You know, you guys, we didn't always have all this software and this equipment and stuff. You remember back in the day when we first started, we didn't have nothing. Tay, you can tell Tay was one of those studio in the box guys. $300 for the whole everything, headphones, interface, microphone, everything, and was getting placements with that. Getting placements with it. You know what I'm saying? So like we talk about all of the stuff that we need to do what we need to do, but we don't really need it. I got this microphone because I wanted it. I've gotten thousands of placements with a $200 microphone. But if you're trying to level up, you might want to level up your sound a little bit. Now, us moving into the advertising space heavy, like, yeah, it's very competitive. And yeah, we want our stuff to stand out. So I had to go get some stuff. We over here. We over here. Here we go. Some more comments. Here we go. Some more comments. Okay, everybody hopped off of my IG. Let me keep it on real quick just in case. All right. So Green Coast, what's up? Nice to see you. The TLM 102 or the 103? Let me check real quick. Hold on. You knew it was the TLM, huh? Hold on. Let me check. Let me put this phone down. Hold on. $102 or the 103. I think both of these look the same, actually. Hold on. The 102 is what I'm talking about. It looks like. Let me check the 103. Is the black one? Nah, it's the 102. The 102 is oh no, this is used. So a used TLM. So they're like 1200, 103. I gotta look at the difference. What's the difference? The 103. Hold on. Amazon. Let me check real quick. I'm checking just a second. Yeah, that's it right there. That's the one. That's the one I'm gonna get. And the reason why I'm gonna get this one, so sound quality wise, to be honest with you, this gets that. This CV8000 warm audio gets that TLM 103. And like it's all over that just because of your boy right here. But the only difference is if you got a quick session, you just got an idea, you want to hop on, that's a condenser mic. So you can just pop it on and start recording. Whereas this one, you have to let it warm up for about half hour, 45 minutes to let this tube, warm up to get to the optimal temperature. But then once you do that, man, it's like singing through butter for real. Rapping and singing through butter, man. And this is an emulation of the famous Sony CV8000, C8000, C800V. Let me make sure it's the right one. Sony C800G microphone. And so I've seen some of these microphones going on eBay for as much as, like, there's one right here, eBay, Sony CG Sony C800G microphone. Let me pop it up real quick. $19,500. $19,500 used. It retailed for 10 grand. But you're talking about industry standard microphone. Everybody and their mama from Celine Dion and everybody has been on this microphone. It's industry standard. So yeah. So I'm gonna get one of those Neumanns though. KJ Rhodes says, I've been following many of you and studying how to approach sync for weeks. My actual production started this week. Got 2 tracks done after getting my template set up. I'm coming. So fire emojis, fire emojis, fire emojis to KJ Rose, because I've been seeing you, brother. I've been seeing you. You've been coming on here. You've been participating in the lives, and you actually have been doing exactly what you're supposed to do. A lot of people just jump into this. They underestimate what sync licensing is. They think of it as something that's like some side stuff or light, whatever. And I tell people that this is the television film industry. This is not the music industry. This is TV film that we're getting into. So first of all, that's another level of seriousness because it's television and film, right? And we preach, all of us sync educators, we preach preparation, preparation, preparation. You don't want to jump into the pool and not know how to swim because your ass is going to drown. These days, there's no excuses for not knowing what you need to know before you get into the pool, right? There's too many of us out here willing to give you information. There's courses for you to take. You guys already have the talent. So just doing your due diligence and making sure that you have honed in on where you're trying to pitch, what your specialty is, where you think your music is going to fit, so on and so forth. These are all crucial for success. So I gotta give my bald-headed hats off and shouts out to KJ Rose 73 for doing what he's supposed to do and being patient, man. You see, guys, every time I post something on my Instagram, I say, be patient, do the work. Be patient, do the work. If you just do that, you're going to look up one day. It could be a year from now. It could be 2 years from now. But then stuff is going to start rolling for you, right? But you got to be patient. Your time is coming. And the cool thing about it is that the sheer number of opportunities are endless, especially now that the actor strike is over with. Yeah, celebration for SAG. That's what's up. The actors are getting back to work. So there's going to be a floodgate opening. I mean, the floodgates are going to open as far as more opportunities. At first it was the writers, then it was the actors. Now everybody's going back to work. I think everybody's happy. Everybody going to get paid, not tripping on AI no more. And I would like to see what the agreement is. I'm not sure if they're going to publicize that or not, but I'm just glad they're getting back to work, man. So shout out to KJ Road 73 up here. Let's see. Sagara says, my sister asked me for music for an indie studio she works for. They didn't have a budget for cues, but I sent them cues anyway. The CEO was blown away and wants me on for the future paid films. Exactly. That's Sagara, like you never cease to amaze me, brother. But that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Any of you guys, I don't care if you're doing sync, whatever it is you're doing in life, right? Don't chase the money. Money will always be faster than you, okay? You make your alliances, you create these relationships, and you work on your own self. You become professional level, a specialist level at what you do, and then money will come to you, okay? Doctors don't chase money. Firemen don't chase money. People that have professions don't chase money. Money comes to them because they have value based on their experience, their expertise, and what their profession is. So you doing that, man, like that's what this is all about. Like I've had plenty of situations where people are like, oh, they're not paying, oh well, I can't and so you would rather your music just sit there on your computer rather than just go ahead and put it over there and bless somebody else, help them out in that situation. That's crazy to me that people don't do stuff like that. But then again, Sagara, you're a special individual. All of you guys are special individuals, at least the ones that come to my live stream. Y'all are special. So yeah, we are not typical. So fire emojis, fire emojis, fire emojis. That's hustle 101, brother. Hustle 101 right there. Now watch what happens later, because that indie film company, they hustling too. They trying to get on too. They want to get those film festival awards. They want to get, they want to blow up too. And if they keep hustling and doing what they're supposed to do, they're definitely going to remember what you did and bring you along. 100%. 100%. Fire emojis, fire emojis. Hold on. Okay, Sagara says, even offered to make me dinner. See, that's what I'm talking about. TLM 103. But that Bluebird did the job for years. Yeah, the Bluebird's over at Tays now. I'm about to give him this chaotic eyeball, or let him borrow the chaotic eyeball. I ain't giving it. Them things are expensive. But I don't think I'm gonna be using it with this. I'm gonna get a regular pop screen for this. But no, you cannot have my eyeball. Let's see. Going back to the comments here. Yes, get the template tight. It's a big difference. You in. That's what's up. Recon, what's up, Recon? Nice to see you. All right, bet. I'm here. So everybody, welcome. Recon, he's new to the live. Let's give Recon a welcome. Recon rap. Let's show him how we do here every Friday, man. A lot of energy in here. There's nothing wrong with the Bluebird. The Bluebird is going to do what it need to do. The Bluebird is that I would suggest the Bluebird as a great beginner mic for anybody, and you can have a total sync career with a Bluebird. It's good enough, right? And then it's how you use your vocal chain, your EQ. Like everybody tunes it to how they sound the best with it. So it's how you use the tools, man. Especially if you come from the school I do, where you're just trying to make the best with what you got. You never have the equipment you actually want. You could never spend the money you actually want to spend on the stuff. You get what you can afford, and then you squeeze every drop out of that bitch. Like you try to you try to make it work to the best of its ability. So if you're used to doing that, you're getting the lower end stuff, the lower end interfaces and that kind of stuff, and you just squeezing, you mixing your ass off, you EQ, you just gain staging, you doing everything you can to get the sound. Then when you do get some real gear, when you get something like this, it's like, oh boy, it's like first class, man. So let me go to the comments real quick. Petro says, I have the Rode NT1000. That's rock solid. Absolutely. So Walter says, don't forget to send those follow-up emails to music libraries. I just connected with 2 new libraries just because I followed up, as opposed to just thinking that they ghosted me. Do the work. Okay, so look, I did a post on Instagram a couple of days ago that was just basically ask me a question in the comments, and I answer the questions, right? So one of the first questions I got was, I sent you guys some music and I haven't heard nothing. Look, boys and girls, this is the game, right? Every company gets 99% more submissions that are bad than they actually accept, right? So if they actually took the time to hit everybody back and say, no, I'm sorry, I didn't take your submission, that would take all of the time. They wouldn't be able to get placements. That's a whole career of just hitting people back saying, I'm sorry. Because the guys that ask those questions, they won't just let that go. If I hit somebody back and say, hey, I'm sorry, we didn't accept your submission this time, try again. They're going to be like, why not? What did I do wrong? What's the set? Start asking questions. So the moral of the story is when you submit music to somebody, if you don't hear something back from them in X amount of time, a month or so, they either haven't heard your submission yet, or they don't need what you got right now. So just take a little bit of time, do a little bit of more research, and keep submitting. Submit more music, follow up, right? Submit more music, follow up, stay on the radar. When you don't get a response, it has nothing to do with the fact that your music might not be good enough, or they're ghosting you or nothing like that. No one's ghosting you. There's no such thing as ghosting you in this game, right? Just because you hit somebody up in an email doesn't obligate them to hit you back. That's all there is to it. Like, I just need to, let's keep it 100, keep it a bean with y'all. They don't got to hit you back. They're in the job of procuring music that they need. So they're going to hit you back when they hear something they need. Not just us, that's anybody. And if you don't get hear something back, hit another library. Keep hitting. There's hundreds of libraries out there to hit, and then follow back up. Just like he said, the follow-up game got to be proper, man. Communication is key. So fire emojis to Walter, fire emojis, fire emojis, fire emojis. Very solid bit of advice. He says, don't forget to send those follow-up emails to music libraries. That's game right there. And at him, shoot him a couple fire emojis, at him, make him feel good. Let him know how we do this, man. Let him know how we do this. Walter, you already know. Urban Zone Radio, welcome. Everybody welcome Urban Zone Radio to the live. I think this is her first live stream, Urban Zone. So go check her out, follow. Let's give her some nice love. Let her know how we do every Friday here. Every Friday at 11 o'clock PST, we doing this, man. Okay, so let's go. Let's go. I'm still in the comments. I think the EQ curve is different between the 102 and 103. We're not going there, Mr. Technical. I did ask what the difference is, though. I just be picking up Petro. That's my boy, so he knows I'm a crap talker. Hold on, let me hold on. Okay, yeah, here we go. Yeah, this is totally different than KJ says than when I was in R&B. Totally different in my opinion. Absolutely. Okay, I'm scrolling. I'm scrolling. So Garrett says planting the seeds. Absolutely. Fire emojis are flying. I love it. I love going through these comments, seeing all these fire emojis. Saying what's up to Recon. What's up, Recon? Okay, Robbie says building those engineering mixing skills on what you have is valuable to a point. Because I'm gonna be honest with you, there you're right, Robbie. But like some people just can't do that, man. Some people like I have a lot of respect for engineers because they're engineers, they're specialists. It's like a surgeon or something. Like, I can mix, but I would never call myself a mix engineer because they just know it front to back. They know what they're doing front to back. So those of us that are not mix engineers, we just do the best we can. Let's just try to do the best we can, building those engineering mixing skills. We're trying, you know, but I think at some point, um, those of us that haven't done it, uh, get a real engineer to mix your stuff once. Go ahead and pay the, whatever it is, 30, $50 to get a song mixed. And just to hear, what your stuff sounds like really, really mixed and mastered by somebody that really, really knows what they're doing to give you a benchmark, something to work from, and then have a conversation with them. Somebody like Petro, they'll mix your stuff and you can have a conversation with Petro. He'll tell you like what he did, you know, he'll let you know what his chain is and and educate you. So yeah, there it is there. Shout out to Jay Will, sound expensive. I love that, man. When I first heard him say that, I'm like, you need to put that on a t-shirt. Sound expensive. So Garrett says, other win is that I submitted 3 tracks for a listening session with the syndicate of sound producers for advertising. They streamed all 3 multiple times and downloaded them. Feeling good about next week. You know it, man. Your energy is off the charts. So you already know you're going to win. You in here now. That 2-year period or so that you said that you went, nothing was happening or whatever, that's over, man. You in the game now. So it's all W's, all W's, fire emojis for Segura, all W's. That's what we claiming here. Sound expensive. Patty P, what's up? It was great to hear you at Shays. Congrats on being part of history for the first Shays week. Thank you so much, Patty, man. And thank you for participating. And it was just the best thing ever. Like, and I don't want to just sound cliche or corny about it just because I was a part of it. But like my partner Kim would tell you, shout out to Kim who just had full knee replacement surgery yesterday. Okay, she just had her full knee replaced yesterday. She's in recovery today. She just texted me this morning. She's cool. She's recovering. Had her first round of physical therapy. She's trying to get up back on her feet for these Grammys in February, late January, whatever they do. So let's everybody give a shout out to Kim. Fire emojis to Kim so she can go back and see this. Um, um, some hearts. Let's wish her well so she can get back on her feet. I know that's very, very painful what she's going through right now. So, but yeah, going back to Patty P, my bad. It was great to hear you at Shays. Yeah, the event was dope, man. Like I said, it was something that was totally unique. I'd never been a part of something that felt so natural, felt so comfortable. Um, even though all of the people there, that I had only seen online. I already felt like I had a kinship with them because I'd already communicated with a lot of them, on there. And it's just really, really cool, man, to see everybody in real life. It was just really, really dope. Um, can't wait to go back to the next one. These boys really did their thing, man. ATL, Buckhead, Atlanta was beautiful. I do have some stuff to say about Atlanta, but I'm not gonna say that on here. It might not be the most positive, but a beautiful place. Beautiful place. I will be going back. Shout out to my boy Peso, who from Atlanta. So let me go back to the comments here. Let's see. Everybody saying hi to everybody. Everybody comment, planting a seed. I'm scrolling. Just give me a second, y'all. Give me a second. Oh, did Segura get those fire emojis for all of that? Yeah, okay, yeah, we good, we good, we good. Everybody saying what's up. David Massey, what's up, man? Welcome to the live. Green Coast. Everybody say what's up to David. Okay, so check it out. Petro says no problem sharing info. The plug-in chain don't make the man woman. Talent and drive does. If I share and you don't know, it won't sound the same and could still learn, and I could still learn from you as well. Exactly. There's no absolutes, man, with this. We just take the information in that we take and we use it and try to get the best sound we can. So Kim, if you see this later and you don't get to see these comments on the side here, I don't know when you guys go back to see the live streams, if you guys can see the comments on the side here, but you're getting a lot of love, girl. We love you. Segura wishing you a speedy recovery. Recon Rap speedy recovery. Everybody's wishing you a speedy recovery. Fire emojis and hearts are all around for Kim. That's what's up. Okay, so I think we rounding the corner on the wins here. If you guys got a couple more wins, you go ahead and pop them in real quick. And we're going to talk about sounding expensive, right? But we're not going to talk about gear. We're going to talk about production, right? And I'm not going to be long-winded about it. Excuse me. Because we're getting towards about an hour in. I feel my temperature rising a little bit. I'm getting a fever. So I'm going to go take some stuff and lay down here myself in a little while. Doing pretty good though. It's you guys, man. You guys got my adrenaline pumping, man. I was looking so forward to coming and talking to y'all. But we're gonna talk about production. So one of the things that I see as a person that's responsible for um, checking submissions is that a lot of people, when they're producing instrumental cues, don't include a lot of ear candy with their production. And you might be like, what do you mean by ear candy? Right? There's a lot of different, ways that ear candy can be implemented. Now, what I'm talking about, what I'm listening for is more full production. Okay. What a lot of guys are doing with these cues, say like you're doing like a trap cue, hip hop cue, or whatever. I mean, you'll do what you're supposed to do. You come in with the intro, you do your sections, your A section, B section, hook, whatever, whatever, and you sting out, right? But what I'm not seeing enough of is um the seasoning. Yeah, you guys are putting the steak on the plate, but I'm not seeing enough of the seasoning. So I'm talking about transitions from section to section, risers, drum fills, drum breaks, dropping drums out, like muting drums before the one, that type of thing. These type of things are seasoning and they add a lot of dynamic elements to your track, right? And it makes each section stick out and be more independent of the other ones, allowing you to have more placement opportunities with one piece of music. So if you have a 2 minute, 2.5 piece of music with, your intro, your sections, and your sting out in it, each one of those sections is supposed to be syncable, right? On its own. You're supposed to be able to grab that intro. It's supposed to be able to grab that last few seconds before that sting. And trust me, I've had plenty placements where they've taken the last 10 seconds before the sting out just because the sting out was so dope. I used to call myself the king of sting because I never would just let the song end and go, but and then put a sting at the end of it. I would always do a build to the sting, a riser, but to the sting, or I do a drum fill to the sting, or I'll do an elaborate sting, dun, 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 depending on whatever the track called for. But one thing I never did was just I got to put a sting on here. And that's what I see. I see a lot of people are like, oh, I have to put a sting on here. So let me just, and do what's required. Produce that shit. Like, make it sound grandiose. Put that salt and that pepper and the seasoning in them sections, man. Use those risers. Drop those drums out. Add dynamics. Use drum fills. You know, put the seasoning in it. It makes a big difference. It's going to make your music stand out a lot, especially when these companies, like ours and other companies, are getting just dozens and dozens and dozens of submissions by people that are just cranking out music and cranking out music and not doing this. You want your stuff to sound expensive. And trust me, when you do these things, it sticks out. It's going to stick out. I got probably 150, 200 submissions in the email right now. Steady going through them a little bit every day. Next week, we got the intern started on them. And that's what I'm training them to listen for. Don't just listen to see if the music is adequate. Listen to see if the music is exceptional, because we're going after clients. We want to sound exceptional as a company, right? So we really go after the people that take the time and pay attention to detail with their music production. And they're not just like, let me just do what's, required type stuff. You know what I'm saying? So let me go to the comments real quick. Yeah, ear candy. What's up, Shay Keys? Lady producer. Oh, you sure right. Working on a post piece, and man, lots of ear candy. That's what I'm talking about. So Garrett says, one thing I saw with a Smash Coast reference was a song that put 2 bars between each section filled with ear candy. Blew my mind. um yeah, each track is different, but you do what's called for. You don't just do a sketch and like, okay, like it's on there. Like, you really go through that track and make sure that those elements are there, and it's for dynamic. So like, if you're going from, say, like the verse to the hook, right? And the verse is going to have a certain energy, and then the hook is going to pick up, right? So that transition, that last bar or two right before that hook comes, you could really add dynamics with a riser and dropping them drums out, leaving a big chunk of empty space right before the one. And then boom, it's going to give way more impact when that hook comes, rather than just run that verse, into that hook, and these are the type of things I'm talking about. You guys know what I'm talking about. I normally would, probably play you a couple of examples or something like that. I'm not going to do that right now. I ain't even feeling good. You guys already know. But that's what I'm talking about though. Like, so these are Segura says silence is an instrument too. This guy, man, where the hell you get all this game from? You sound older than me. You sound like you talking like one of these old 60s jazz. No, silence, my brother. Silence is an instrument too. Sitting there playing on a banjo and shit. Segura is wise. That's crazy. He said, young man, silence, silence is an instrument too. He said saying some more profound shit. It's crazy. So dope. But you're absolutely right. Every element that's either heard or not heard is an instrument. I'm a full-blown music producer, so I work with artists, and the vocal is an instrument, 100%. I treat it as such. Petro says Segura is on his gangster right now. Let me tell you how to work this block. See what I'm saying? He says silence is an instrument. Brother coming in here with that wisdom. So you guys hit me with a 1 in the comments real quick if you whip me with the ear candy. I'm not going. You guys understanding what I'm talking about, right? Hit me with a 1 real quick. Cherry, I know you know. Cherry knows. So you guys shoot me an answer in the comments real quick too. Tell me if you guys feel like you have been implementing enough ear candy in your music. Have you been paying attention to your transitions, to your stings, to your intros? Have you been doing that enough? Yes or no? Real quick, let me see in the comments. Recon says, nope, definitely not. Only the flow of my lyrics. Cause you're not producing. Well, as a rapper, Recon, this is something that you could probably pay attention to when you get beats from people. You know, these are the type of things that are going to add more dynamic to your songs, and it might be more inspiring as far as your lyrical content. When you hear that instrumental and it's dropping before the hooks and the hooks come in banging and this and that, I know, like, when I write, the dynamics of the track have a lot to do with, like, what you come up with writing. So Cherry says, I haven't until 2 days ago. That's crazy. Petrol says he don't need to add more ear candy. Yeah, you do. You just sent me something that needed more ear candy. You told me in the email it needs something. So Garrett says the more recent ones, yeah, the cues from last year. And yeah, well, it's a learning process, man. It's a learning process. Like, as long as we're always trying to learn and trying to get better, these things are gonna happen. You're gonna look back and be like, damn, I wish I had known that 6 months ago, a year ago. That don't even matter. The fact is that you're learning it and you do get it. So, but yeah, ear candy is it could be the instruments you use. I know a lot of time when I produce stuff, I'll have a sound effect or something. It could be like crickets, it could be like some kind of nature sounds or whatever, like tell you, and I'll have that mug play like for a couple seconds only one time in the track. It won't repeat at all. And it'll come at a random spot just because, and then I'll have it panning or something. I'll have it split, pan from left side to right side or something, just so, you know, it'll affect you when you listen to it, like, oh, okay. And you might be listening for it to come back, but something else is going to come, just something to stand out a little bit and make your track a little bit more dynamic, not too busy, just more dynamic. Because a lot of these FL guys, man, they just spit some stuff out there. As long as it's got some bouncing hi hats on it and a little, piece of sting on the end of it, they think it's good enough. That's beat making. That's not production. So Garrett says Excalibur Zero really taught me about utilizing silence. Complete game changer. Excalibur is dope, man. Way taller than I thought. I saw him at the airport when I went to Atlanta. We was both like looking at each other, like, is that who I think it is? And so he came up. He's like, Producer Whisperer. I was like, Excalibur. I'm 6'2", and I'm looking up at this dude. So he's like 6'4", 6'5", 6'4", I think he said. Big dude. Don't look like that online. Tall guy. Shout out to Excalibur Zero. Shout out to DIY Music Biz. If y'all don't follow him, real cool dude. Greg, uh, DIY Music Biz. It was good to meet you in real life, dude. You're a real cool dude. Had some real great conversation. It was just like that the whole conference, man. Everybody that I saw online, that I saw at this conference, it was just all love, 100% love, respect in the space. One thing that I did see is that these people are dedicated to what they do and they are organized as hell. A lot of us came back from this conference talking about, yeah, we need to be a little bit more efficient with our time because we getting our butts kicked with some of our contemporaries. Robbie says, yes, I do, but could be more conscious. Petrol says, no need to add more ear candy. Stupid autocorrect. Crazy. Well, good. So we on the ear candy thing. And yeah, I didn't really have a lot to say this week. I just wanted to tell you how awesome that conference was. And for those of you who didn't get to go, save your beans and make sure that you go next year. Is 100% worth it. Like I said, I don't know. I know the conference was like 400 something to go, 300 and something online. Sounds like a lot of money, but these conferences cost way more than that. I think the other SyncCon is like $1,000 or 800, some crazy to get in or whatever. But those types of conferences, not knocking anybody else's conference or anything, but Shades of Sync was by far and away the most inclusive, different, welcoming, open conference that I've ever been to. They made damn sure that if you went to that conference, you left with the information that you needed. And the panel was off the hook. They had a whole hour-long section talking about AI, period. AI and AI tools and how to implement it and what you can do. They had the owner of Dat Pitch there, talking about that pitch. They had, the guys that run disco there, talking about disco. Like it was just dope. It was a dope conference. And you left there with mad game, like mad game. So I'm not trying to just gush over these dudes or whatever, but like you got to just give credit where credit is due. They put it down, man. They put their foot in this conference. And as a person that participated, it was great. But I can just imagine as a person that paid and was going there seeking information, it was just a dream because they actually got to approach every single one of us, ask all the questions that they wanted to ask, got very personal attention, got their money's worth. And they had giveaways. They had raffles in between almost every few panels that they had. They would stop, they had tickets and they would give away. They gave away an iRig. They gave away a custom leather Letterman jacket that sinks shades of Sink Letterman jacket. Like they've given away some good stuff in there. And then there was plenty to eat all day. They had plenty to drink, snacks, stuff like so. Like they made sure everything was just proper. Now I've never gone to a conference and they fed me. Never. I've never been to a conference and they fed me like, and then the food was just out. So it's not like you had to wait a certain time. Like you could snack all day. You can go in there and just snack all day. And when the snacks would go down there, bring more snacks. Right. So it was just dope, man. It was dope. I've never been to a conference and got fed. You know what I'm saying? So beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Yeah, you guys got to come to the next one. Guys got to come to the next one. As a matter of fact, Smash Codes, we're gonna go ahead early next year. I'm gonna try to do it for first quarter. We're gonna do an event out here, but it's gonna be a sync related event, but it's not gonna be a conference. We're gonna do a social event, a networking event. So it's gonna be more like a get together where have a couple people on the team perform songs, you know, uh especially stuff, show examples of music that we've gotten placed in media, but it's open bar, food, a place where we can just come and be around the like-minded. But it's not going to be a conference. I might shut it down for like 15-20 minutes in the middle just so I could get up and talk about why we're there, encourage everybody to network, but just have a really cool social event. I've already talked to some sponsors. Shout out to Malik Youssef and Bad Kids Click. They're gonna come be in the house. So yeah, so look out for that. We'll be putting that together here soon. You guys can come out to LA. Let's see. Yeah, Patty, they did, didn't they? We're gonna need a Smash Coast shuttle next year. Something. That's okay. I've actually been to some parties, some Grammy parties like in the Hollywood Hills where we had to meet down like on Sunset Boulevard and we had to take shuttle buses up to the mansion or whatever. So that brought, I don't know why I thought about that. You said a shuttle, so it's some fly stuff. I hope it's that busy. Recon says, I have to build up some PTO and I'll try to be there. Well, there's a virtual. So if you can't be there in person, they did stream it. So for those that can't go in person, make sure that you get access to the streaming part of it and check it out. Urban Zone says, I'd attend your event. You got VIP in my event, Urban Zone. You got the VI table. You'll be very well taken care of. I might actually be having it in Arizona at that too. I'm coming out there in January, talking to some folks. Oh, I met you at Shades event. I meant for the Smash Culture. Oh, absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, I remember. Yeah, I just don't want to. I don't want to throw a conference because I'm not trying to compete with Shades. To be honest with you, I'm not. I'm not trying to compete with that. But where we can get down is the social events. Like we know how to throw parties, so we can do the whole red carpet and all that kind of stuff, and have everybody come out and have a good time. And we can, everybody in the building be sync related. You know what I mean? So we can network. So with all that being said, is there anything that I forgot to get to? Because like I said, I just wanted to do a quick recap. I probably would go longer, but I told you guys I'm not feeling well. Need to get my butt back in the bed. And but I don't want you guys to rush or whatever. I'm here. So floor is open, quick Q&A. Any comments, any additions to anything that we've talked about? Any more wins? Let's go ahead and get that in here. I don't want to leave anybody out. And then we're gonna go ahead and wrap it up. Special shout out to everybody that displayed their wins today, man. Very, very inspiring as usual. Everybody that got recent placements, everybody that's doing their due diligence, everybody that's out there networking, you guys out there hustling in the indie film market. That's great, great hustle. All of y'all video gamers. I just love y'all, man. This community is dope. Now, one thing I do want to let you guys know that I realized at this conference is that, see, every week we all get on here, right? And we cool with each other. We all are like-minded. Like some of you guys are getting placements, some of you guys are pitching. But I asked at the conference how many people in the audience had actually begun pitching their music and basically what stage they were at. And to my surprise, the vast majority of them weren't even to the point of pitching their music yet. So they're still trying to figure out how to get their music ready, sync one-on-one stuff. And so I want to make sure that I'm not skipping over any of you guys if you're at that place. If you haven't pitched your music yet, if you haven't gotten placements yet, I don't want to talk like you guys are already seasoned in getting placements. I want to make sure that the guys that are still needing to learn Sync 101, the basics, sting out, that you guys are getting the information that you need to get. So I encourage you, when you come to this live stream, ask questions. Don't be shy. There's no such thing as a dumb question. Only dumb question is the one you don't ask. And information is power. So, and plus it's my responsibility as the producer whisperer just to make sure that you guys get all that you're supposed to get. That's why I'm here, so I encourage you to ask questions, and every time you get on this live, I want you to leave with something. Robbie says, you getting well is more important. I appreciate you, bro. I appreciate you too, Robbie, man. See, that's what I'm saying. Y'all, this community is dope. It's a dope community. I'm just blessed to have y'all, for real. Don't worry about me, man. I'm here at home. I got all kind of stuff. Got my Theraflu. What I will do, I'll bless you with another shot, another look at my microphone, my warm audio. Oh man, put rag. It's got all smudgy on it and stuff. Hold on a second, y'all. Hold on. Here we go. Here we go. These smudges. Do you see this? You can see the smudges on it, huh? That's crazy. No more of that. Polish that mug off. So, any questions for anybody before we go ahead and get up out of here? And you don't have to just ask me the questions. You guys can ask each other questions. I know Segura and Petrol and Lady Producer, like, y'all doing so much. You guys are already advancing in the game. Hold on. Segura says, health first always. KJ says, I believe you have done a great job of providing the basics. I've learned a lot from the weekly lives. Thank you for what you do. I appreciate you too, KJ, man. I'm just trying to do what I can do. Plus, I'm like late diagnosed ADD. Like I was diagnosed, what am I, 57 now? So yeah, I'm 57. I just turned 57 in October. So I got diagnosed about 4 years ago. Like serious, like the ADD test, like, and keep in mind, I'm somebody that didn't even believe in that, right? But I realized that, like, I, always got a million thoughts right at the surface. It's hard for me to prioritize my thoughts and stay, glued on certain things or whatever. So I went and got tested. And the way they do the ADD test is they give you a preliminary questionnaire, right? And so it's like I think 10, 15 questions. And so it's very basic questions like how you got along in school, how you did your schoolwork, your opinion of yourself. Because what they're trying to do is they're trying to assess your mental state at first. They want to see if it's ADD or do you have some sort of mental, are you depressed or something like that? And so there's some questions in there like that. And I'm like, no, no, I'm good with all that. Like, I'm good. You know, I'm a survivor. But like my mind is all over the place and it's hard to focus on some things sometimes. And as I look back on my childhood with school, it was like that a lot. And so then I took the real test, right? Off the freaking charts. Like if 100 is ADD, then I was like at 500, right? And I want you guys to know that ADHD is not a mental thing, it's a chemical imbalance. So it's a real physical thing. And I wasn't even willing to go take the test until I realized that, because I always thought that ADD was like, you know, that they were insinuating that something was like mentally, you had a mental issue or something like that. And it's not, you have a chemical imbalance. There's real science going on, which means that it could be fixed, right? And so I went and got it, and they prescribed me some Adderall. Now I don't take Adderall, but I did take it like 4 years ago when they first gave it to me. And yeah, it worked like crazy. You know, I just don't like taking pills. I don't like taking drugs. So um I kind of just like organize things better to where I can stay more efficient and not be in my head as much, you know, whatever. But yeah, I do the best that I can with this information. You guys see sometimes when I get to run in my mouth, I'll jump from topic to topic. That's that ADD, you know. So I'll have to come back and be like, I digress, or what was I talking about, or whatever. Some of you guys suffer from that because ADD is 100% hereditary. It passes from the father way more than it does from the mother. So your dad, if your dad had it, you don't know he had it, you probably got it. Um, so I didn't mean to go all into that. See, I told you, but um, yeah, there it is there. So I try my best to give you guys this information, and I'm always learning, you know, on the fly. Like every week, even though I got this company, there's still new stuff to learn. Sync is always changing. So I always just try to give you the information. But one thing I don't want to do is give you information that's ahead of where you are. So I know we talk about a lot of stuff on these lives. So you guys that may not be as far as getting placements or be as far as pitching your music and that kind of thing, don't be afraid to hop in and ask questions, because that's what we're here for. Like we're all trying to get everybody up to snuff and get placements and be successful in this space. So let me go back to the comments. I don't even believe I just told y'all all that, but I appreciate you. Patty P says next chapter will be to get some placements. Thank you for the motivation. Oh, you're gonna get placements, Patty. Like that's one of the reasons why we're here, is that if you just stay in the game long enough, something's gonna happen for you. That's just it. But the hardest thing is for people to be patient. This is a marathon, you know, and all of the time that you're waiting or, you know, wanting for those placements to come when you start pitching music, in the meantime, you spend learning as much as you could possibly learn. Right. So, what do they say? Stay ready so you don't have to get ready. But yeah, you keep coming to lives, you keep seeking information, applying what you learn, making sure that you are being as dope as you can with your music, being efficient, following up, doing all of the stuff that we talk about. You're gonna get placements, right, Sagara? Sagara tell you. Say something to her real quick. Say something to Patty, Sagara. Sagara tell you. David says Neural Audio VST company is using one of my songs to mix. They paid me my song, so kind of a placement. Kind of, that's a win, boy. Fire emojis, fire emojis, fire emojis. You all late. Fire emojis for David Massey. Come on now. That's why we here. That's motivation. We need that, brother. We need that. We need to hear that. A placement can come in many, many forms, my brother. It don't got to be a TV placement. Early in the live, we were talking about working with indie film companies. That's placements. If they take some music for, even if you give them music for free, you've placed music over there. Something gonna happen. Get that music moving. Keep that music in motion. See what I'm saying? It's not all about getting a commercial all the time or having your stuff on Love and Hip Hop or whatever. It's about getting that music out there, keeping it in motion, keeping it in people's faces and people's ears, and making stuff happen with it. And each situation that you make happen leads to the next situation. See what I'm saying? It's all resume games. So Neural Audio VST company is using one of my songs to mix. They paid me. So kind of a placement. You got money. So what you talking about? Kinda. Fire emojis, fire emojis, fire emojis. David Massey. Fire emojis. He got a bag. I'm so sorry, y'all. So sorry. Recon says, that'll be me, Coach Sync 101. Student right here. I'll shoot a message over to you soon. Robbie said, that's just me on a regular at 60. Robbie, you 60? Robbie, you're 60. Wait a minute. Let me go back up here. See, David Massey, big win. Interested. I commend you on finding out about it. Urban Zone. Word got me in a chokehold. Operation Break 9 to 5 in effect. That's going to happen, Recon. But, you know, we got to put food on the table. Got to keep them lights on so we can turn the equipment on. So, Recon, it seems like one of the best ways for you to win, because you do have such a hectic personal schedule, is going to be through collaboration. And you guys in the live, you guys already know the value of collaboration. Like, a lot of you guys are collaborating with each other, and we all know we can't do this alone. So if you got bars, brother, and you got a good work ethic, and you willing to jump on somebody's beats, this is the place for you. We got dope producers in the camp. We got dope producers in the live. Network. Reach out to these people in the live. See if they can send you beats. You guys already see that Recon is at the beginning stages of sync. So whatever you could teach, teach. You know, each one teach one. That's how we do. And let's help him out. But Recon, don't disappoint with the bars and don't disappoint with the work ethic. Don't go reaching out and be whack. Like, come on now. You know, I know there's a really big need for sports music. Sports is one of those genres that never ever stops. It never stopped through any of the strikes. So, and it's fun making sports music because it's high energy, it's motivational and that kind of thing. And I know the producers that do sports beats, they like doing it because it's big sounds and banging drums and it's fun stuff to make. So, you know, reach out. You might be able to, you know, throw a like nice little sports EP together and get on the board before you even realize it, man. You might got placements coming before you even realize it. Let's go. Reach out, man. It's all about networking. But just know this: when you're networking, when you're reaching out to people, bring value to them. Don't worry about what they can do for you. You worry about what you can do for them. You reaching out to them, so you already know they can do something for you. You already know they got hot music or whatever it is, a situation you need. But when you approach people, you approach them in the sense that I can add value to your situation. I got lyrics. I can bring it to you. I can help you. Like, and that's how we do. We never go asking for stuff for us. We always come to situations bringing value. Bring value. But we gonna win, man. Shout out to Recon Rap. Patty P, same thing. So Garrett says, those placements are coming, Patty. Keep putting the work in and stay vigilant. Absolutely. See, that's another reason why we do this, is because there's people in here just like you. There's people that wasn't getting placements a few months ago. There was a place wasn't getting placements last year. You know, went years without getting placements while pitching music, but stayed in the game, learned what they had to do, and are now doing it. So it's gonna happen. And to be honest with you, there's no reason not to stay in it and be patient, because like what are our choices with our music? Put it out on Spotify where they're trying to pay even less, you know, hope to get a record deal somewhere where they're trying to screw you. I just posted something yesterday. So you know how Taylor Swift did the Taylor, you know, the Taylor remake because Scooter Braun took her masters and all that, right? So now all the labels implemented a new rule and all the new contracts that you can't re-record your stuff till you've been away from the label for 10 years. What? So if you get a record deal now, once your record deal is over with, you can't re-record the stuff that you wrote that talks about your life story, your experiences, until 10 years after you've left that label, just because Taylor's making more money with her remakes than with the originals. So these labels, man, These labels will make you want to run up in the office and do something to somebody, like for real. Like I couldn't be at a record label. I'm not gonna have. I couldn't do it. I'm like, I just couldn't do it. Remember them videos of Puffy running in people's office back in the day, and people running like that would be me. I find out somebody screwed me like that, I'm gonna like, no, man, like no. So I already know that that record label ecosystem, that environment is not for me because I'm not gonna just lay down and take it. You're not gonna wait 10 years. Y'all not gonna, nah, man. So sync is the thing, brother. Brothers and sisters, family, kinfolk, sync is the thing. Even if you're trying to get to the record labels, even if you're trying to be famous, you want to use sync as an avenue because by the time you sit down and talk to these record labels, you want to have leverage. You want to have a different conversation than just give me a deal, help me do something for me. You want to come with an understanding of like, okay, I know how to get money. I'm already, I got placements on this and I got placements on that. I understand how marketing and advertising and stuff work. You get a nice little resume at placements, your conversation with the label is going to be way different. They're not going to be just trying to screw you. They might not want to sign you right away because you know too much. But if you got placements on those big shows, you know, Stranger Things, and you're leveraging these placements with your social media, and you're posting these placements and you're growing your following and you're making noise the way that you're supposed to. I mean, it's going to take some time, but this is what you do. If I was an artist like that, this is what I would do. I would concentrate on getting my placements and just keep doing that and keep doing that and making some noise and making some money. And then I would start later on, maybe start having some meetings with some labels just to see or whatever. And it wouldn't be a situation where they're coming to save you here, give me $1 million record deal and put me out or whatever. But if you making money and you showing consistency, there's gonna be a label out there that wants to work with you. They'd rather do something with you than not do nothing with you or let you work with somebody else or whatever. So when I talk about sync, I'm not trying to discourage people from pursuing a record deal because, like, fame can be nice, recognition and adoration can be nice. I'm not even knocking that. But sync is a vehicle for sure. So you could either have sync as a career, you could have sync as a part-time career, while I'm getting placements while I'm doing something else. You could be in nursing school or try to medical school or whatever, and you're doing sync in the background just because you're still creative or whatever. So it don't have to be your full-time career. But if you are trying to get to somewhere in the music, you can definitely use sync as a vehicle to get there because it's going to show you have an understanding of a lot of things rather than here's just a hot song or a hot person, sign me. So if I go talk business with somebody, I definitely want to go sit down with leverage. I don't want to go in there like, will you please give me a record deal? I don't want to do that because it's going to be like, okay, you desperate here. And if you notice in them rap deals, they really take advantage. They sign people in the most impoverished situations. They go to the hoods, they go to the projects, they, the brokest of the broke people that rap, they go get them, and then they'll sit them down at a conference table with a big stack of cash and a contract and some jewelry. And you sit $500,000 in cash next to a contract. Not many people are going to sit there and thumb through and read that contract. They're going to skip to the page where the signature is, and they're going to do whatever they can to pick that stack of money up. And that's what record labels do. They dangle that carrot in front of you and you sign it and you get that carrot. And then 9 times out of 10, they realize it's not what they wanted it to be, and so on and so forth. So the record labels aren't going nowhere. Record deals aren't going nowhere. There's always going to be new stars. And hell, you could be the next one. But be smart about it. When you go talk to these fools, know what you're doing and find where you're supposed to be instead of just going and, please save me type situation. And sync is definitely the vehicle for that. I love sync, baby. I love sync. Let me go down to the comments here. Let me go down to the comments. Stay vigilant. Good job, David. Robbie says May 9th, 1963. So I'm gonna start calling Robbie Unc because Robbie's the first person in my space that has been older than me. I've always been the oldest one around. That's why I'm talking about. Oh, my age, my age. So you the OG in here, Robbie. I was born in 66. You were born in 63. So shout out to Robbie making noise up in here for being the OG. May 9th, 1963. Let's go. Shout out to Robbie. And that's another thing. Your age has nothing to do with, excuse my French, shit when it comes to sync. You can start this at 40 years old. I moved out here to LA when I was 37, right? I found sync when I was 39, right? So when I left Arizona to come out here at 37, people were already tripping on me, telling me I was tripping. You know, you too old, you're a dreamer, and all of this or whatever. And I admit, when I was trying to get to the record labels, I was trying to meet Dr. Dre and be famous and all that. Actually got to meet him a couple times. I'll tell y'all those stories later. But when I found sync, it just made sense to me. You know, it was explained to me, this is what you do. You turn the music in. It's going to take you about a year to get your first royalty check because of ASCAP. And it just made sense to me. And I went in at it hard, and it ended up being something for me. You know what I mean? And so back in them days, I couldn't get anybody to do sync. Everybody thought sync was your throwaway beats on your computer, whack background music, no ear candy. And it wasn't that. Like, we had to be dope back in the day. You know what I mean? Just like we got to be dope now. So I love sync, man. Hold on. Let me go back to the comments. Cherry says 50s and 60s is the new 30s and 40s. Yeah, you know, because like I'm looking pretty good, my damn self. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking pretty damn good, you know. I don't feel too good today. I feel my age, but I feel what you're saying, man. Cherry said, pop your collar, Robbie. Robbie is 60. And see, Robbie could start sync right now. If he had never came to a live, if he decided yesterday, you know what, I'm thinking about sync licensing, on his 60th birthday, he could have started. And you know, a couple years in or a year in or whatever, however long it takes for him to get to it, he'll still get to it. You know, so age doesn't matter. You can do this forever. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to Robbie. Pop your collar, brother. I did not know that, man. I thought I was older than everybody. Not that it matters. I'm not trying to make you feel out old, because you know, you look good. So that's what's up. I could use a jingle for the station. So Urban Zone Radio says she got deep pockets and she paying a fat bag for I'm playing with you, girl. I already know. Holler at me. We'll talk about it. She needs a jingle for her. She has a online radio station, Urban Zone Radio. So check her out. Y'all check her out. I don't want to put her on the spot like that. She says, thanks everyone. Recon Rap, Urban Zone Radio. Can I do a drop for you? Let's get it. Yeah, come on now. Y'all get to working. KJ Rose says, yes, NFL playoffs and March Madness is coming. We killed last year. NFL playoffs, March Madness. You know, we're in-house at CBS, so sports music, sports music, sports music. We've been getting a lot of placements with that lately. And yeah. And shout out to KJ Rose 73. That's part of sync, man. Paying attention to the things that are coming up that have music needs. That's how you win. So stay ready so you don't got to get ready. Robbie's going to send you something. Okay, that's true. Bull shenanigans. Truly evil moves by the ladies. Let me go. Wait a minute. I'm scrolling. Okay, so you guys are networking in here now. I see. Crazy shaking. Walter, you 62? He says, I'm 60 as well. May 27, 1963. And I started sync when I was 54. Man, if this is not inspirational to y'all, I don't know what the hell is. Y'all need to go jump off a cliff if y'all not inspired by that. This brother started sync when he was 54 years old. He's 60. That's what's up, man. Walter Bowie. So we got some OGs up in here. Shout out to the OGs, the senior citizens up in here, getting our Denny's discounts. Yeah, man. I actually tried to use my discount at Denny's, but I saw the menu. I'm like, I'm not that old. the meals that they give you at Denny's for seniors, it's like 1 egg and 1 piece of toast. I'm like, I'm not that old, man. I can eat a real breakfast. Like, come on now. So I'm scrolling. Sagara. I got to get my production in order for the next March Madness. Come on. Pat, it's a motivation. Man, every week. I'm really going to try to do some promotion next week so we can get more people in here. And you guys help me out, man. Each one teach one, each one reach one. Let's tell them about it. Let's get everybody in here. Sherry says, I feel good now. Age ain't nothing but a number. That's right. Party at Golden Corral. You got jokes. Golden Corral up in here. Yeah, we should do that AARP album, Ravi. Let's do that AARP. Let's all the OGs do the AARP Sync EP up in here. Y'all got jokes. So anyway, man, I love y'all. We having a good time in here. So any other questions in here real quick? Have we been motivated this week? Give me a 1 in the comments if we've been motivated. If we have motivated each other this week, give me a 1 in the comments. If we have learned anything this week, give me a 1 in the comments. If we've had a good time this week, give me a 1 in the comments. If you're going to be back next week, give me a damn 1 in the comments. Let's go. Multiple ones. Let's go. Sync has no age. The label side, people always try to get age you out, especially in rap, man. They say if you're 35, you need to stop rapping. And tell that to all the rappers that are getting sync placements right now. You understand? And the ones are flowing. So with all that being said, I think I've gone ahead and used up all my, it's time for me to go take some more Theraflu and lay down on the couch, watch some TV. I might even play some Call of Duty. Those of you that are on the PlayStation Network, I'm on PS5, Smash Coast Music. Those of you that play, yeah, I'm going on 60 years old and I'm still a video gamer. Never stop doing what you love. Never stop doing what you love. I don't care what anybody says. Never stop doing what you love. But I'm going to go rest today. And that's what's up. I love y'all. Everybody good. We got our information. And Producer Whisper IG. Hit me in the DMs if you have any questions. Be sure to check that post out if you have any questions. I'll answer you in the comments. Yeah, I'm finna go lay down. And yeah, there it is there. So I love y'all to death, man. Thank y'all for another week. It's been dope. Another dope one. I'll give y'all another shot of this microphone so y'all can aspire. This mug right here, man. I cannot tell you how good this damn microphone sounds. And you see it's gold finger. You know what I'm saying? So let me get up out of here. I'll be on here forever. Patty P, feel better, and thank everyone for the motivation. Thank you, Patty. I appreciate you. Nice seeing you. And tell a friend, man. This is the most lit live, sync live on the internet. Let's blow it up. Let's blow it up. All right, y'all. I'll talk to y'all next Friday. I'm gonna see y'all during the week on IG, man. So hit me up. I love y'all. I'll talk to y'all. Peace.